Me did young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for you, Pacuma Busia for Ghana. No, me used to tap send.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Now I see Empire. What is this one too? What is this one?
This is what brought the whole confusion.
This particular one, the Empire Black Sherrif deal. Okay, so many things are happening around our industry, especially ever since the issues of Black Sherrif came up. And here on Sammy Flex TV, because we believe in show business and we believe in following all details, the best we could do was to get the other side of the conversation. Then we will also break it down for you to understand. So what have you heard so far? What is the story at your end? Relax and give us some 30 minutes or more. You are going to understand everything that is happening. Then we can talk about it even more. My name is Sammy Flex. Welcome to the Real Talk here on Sammy Flex TV. And I'm going straight to the camp of Black Sherrif's former manager. We hear all things are not well there. But what is really going on? Big man, welcome to Sammy Flex TV. Okay, so my name is Sammy. Big man, what's your first name?
Your friend Kwaku Christo.
Kwaku Christo. Hey. Are you the real Christo or this be different Christo? Yeah. Okay. And to one Kwaku Bonsam. We are Kwaku Christo. I see. Now, and I believe say Ghana, almost everybody who follows the industry come about the Black Sherrif matters. Dear Kosode. First of all, let me know who you are.
Sure.
Then we can start talking about the realities.
My name is Kwaku Christo.
Okay.
As I said, I'm the personal assistant for Black Sherrif's manager.
Okay.
We still have a contract with him, which is
Okay.
still valid. And I'm also part of the management of Wayne Chavez Consult.
Mention the name again.
Wayne Chavez Consult.
Wayne Chavez
Consult.
Wayne
Yeah,
Chavez Consult.
that's the entity that was taking care of Black Sherrif's
Sherrif
management.
Okay. So you are the PA,
The
personal
PA
assistant of
the
the
CEO
CEO of Wayne Chavez Consult.
Yes, not Chavez.
Why is he not willing to show face? First of all, let's explain it to the people. So when we start talking, they will understand why he's not showing face.
It's not really about him not trying to show face, but my boss is more like a private person.
Okay.
Yeah, who would like to do things behind the scenes.
Okay.
Him having a personal assistant, I think this is my duty.
Okay.
To represent him
Okay.
wherever, whenever. So that's about that.
All right, so that is the understanding. The CEO himself is not the one sitting here. This is his PA, his personal assistant. Everything going around the label or the consult, he's aware. Reason he's here to explain what is going down, so you and we can also understand it. Now, let's start the conversation. So, Crystal, when did you guys meet Black Sherrif, and how did you even meet him? And when I say you guys, I mean Wayne Chavez
Consult.
Okay, I hope I mentioned it right.
Yeah. To start with, our contract with Black Sherrif was signed on the 18th of August 2021.
18th of August.
2021.
Is it on paper?
Yeah, it's on paper.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I can show it to you, but because it's very confidential.
Yeah, I
just
understand.
Show it to you so you can see the date.
Okay, so this management agreement dated 18th August 2021, effective date between Shadrach. Okay, I'm sure that's the boss's name.
Yeah.
Okay, business manager on one hand and Mohammed Ismail Sherrif, the artist on the other, in connection with engaging manager as artist business manager for the development and enhancement of the artist. Okay, and I've seen something, 5 years.
Yeah, it's 5 years.
That this agreement shall be in force and effective from the effective date through 5 years and any renewal thereafter. Okay, so this was when you guys signed
signed him, but prior to this, they had approached my boss like April, May.
In 2021.
Yeah, that he should. They wanted him to.
Who approached your boss?
Fred.
Who is Fred?
Fred is Black Sherrif's road manager.
Okay.
Yeah, he approached.
One fair-looking guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know him.
Yeah, because I think they've been playing football together every Sunday.
With your boss?
Yeah, he had built a cordial relationship with him. So he had approached my boss that they've been doing whatever they can do, but they need someone who will invest and also build up their brand to match up with whatever Sherrif is up to.
Okay.
So that was in May, June, yeah. And my boss said at that moment he wasn't ready to sign up any artist, even though he was into the entertainment business for a long time. But he asked them what they needed, and Fred said they needed a car for their errands, and they also needed some cash. So he gave them a Chevy Cruze.
Chevy Cruze.
Yeah,
The
Chevy
saloon
Cruze.
type.
Yeah, it was a white Chevy Cruze, and
Okay.
he gave them some cash. Okay, even though I'm not going to sign your artist or gonna give you what you need, I appreciate his talent from a distance. So just hold on to this till you can find someone.
That was around May 2021,
Yeah,
thereabouts.
yeah,
Okay.
thereabouts.
So he did that one without expecting any returns.
Nothing.
It was.
Just
Did he give the car to him for a dash or use it for a time?
he gave it to. It was basically for a dash because he didn't have any.
As in a
cash.
gift. He gave them a
Yeah,
gift.
like this is what you need. Okay, just get it and
Oh, I
be
see.
okay with it. But then Fred kept coming back. That he kept persisting that they really need them boss to help them out because he knows he's capable of doing it.
Okay.
And this was around July that they had come back. So my boss came in consultation with us that this is what is going on. Black Sherrif's people and Black Sherrif himself is approaching that they want him to take over the managerial position and then help them and invest in his craft. So we also looked into it, and then we assigned our A&R to go and see what he has. And from his confirmation, he said he's good, and we all testified that he's good.
Okay.
Black Sherrif, regardless what is happening, he has 100% pure talent, and he's someone who any investor would like to invest in. So we said, okay, we can do whatever you want, but bring your proposal, like what you are expecting from us. So they brought their proposal, and they said they needed accommodation.
Was it written? Was it?
Yeah.
So they printed that to you.
Yeah.
Do you have that here?
No,
You don't have that here. Okay.
Most of it was verbal and written as well.
Okay.
So it was basically they were not looking for accommodation for just the artist, because from what I know, if you sign an artist, it's just him, and all other people, his crew, whatever, will work from a distance.
Exactly.
That is what goes on. So from the proposal, they were like, oh, they are in East Legon, but the place they are at now, they are not feeling comfortable and all that. So they will plead that aside Black Sherrif, my boss will also cater for
The rest of them.
yeah, and that I'm talking about 5 people.
So did they write all of that in the proposal, or the proposal was just about Black Sherrif and later?
It was just about Black Sherrif.
And later they also talked into
sure.
5 people.
5 people. So including Black Sherrif, 6. And my boss gave them a 3-bedroom apartment. But the whole house is 7-bedroom. So they had access to 3 rooms. For Black Sherrif had his own, and the rest had their rooms.
Okay. And where were they given? Where exactly were they?
The house is at Oyarifa.
Oyarifa. That was what your boss gave to them.
Yeah.
And once again, in what agreement did he give that house to them?
Yeah, that was based on our contract with Black Sherrif for
Okay.
the 5 years, and as part of whatever we are supposed to
do for him.
as
So you
part
gave
of
him
our
how many rooms?
3 bedrooms.
3 bedrooms
With a
at
kitchen.
Oyarifa.
Yeah.
Was your boss living in that house too?
Yeah, he used to stay there temporarily. He had another house.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but, managing an artist, you have to be more closer to know much about his daily activities and how he moves and all that. So, when they started, he was coming in and out, but at a point in time, he realized that he had to move in. So, he had moved in. It's a
With
story
them?
building, yeah, with them.
Oh, okay. So initially they were there alone. He was not with them permanently.
Yeah,
He
it was
was
a temporary thing.
in and out until later he decided to move in to stay with them.
Sure. administration.
Okay.
And aside this, my boss also made sure, because they wanted their errands to be smooth for them. So he had thought about getting Black Sherrif a car, and not just him. Fred also had access to a car, his personal car, and Madonna.
Given to him by your boss?
Yeah.
Wait.
That was a VW convertible.
Your boss gave that to Fred?
Fred, yeah, because he was a road manager.
He was the
to
road
make
manager.
his job
Yeah.
easier. And Madonna, on the other hand, was giving him that asset.
So what was Madonna's role?
Yeah, when we first met Sherrif, we did our due diligence to know who he was working with, because it wouldn't be appropriate if we should just see him
And just take him away.
So he said he used to have a manager whose name is One Abwaje, that lives in East Legon, but they had issues as at the time they had come to us.
Okay.
So Madonna was his personal assistant. But then, since Abwaje had left, he had positioned Madonna as the acting manager just for him. But since they are coming for a managerial course, then Madonna will automatically come back to his position as the personal assistant.
I see.
Yeah.
And the rest of the, you said there were 5. So the rest of the 3, what was their role? What were they
The
doing?
booking manager.
Okay.
And
Who was he?
Farouk.
He's
That's
Farouk. Okay.
Farouk. That's his booking manager. And Sahine. That is Black Sherrif's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jefferson.
Okay.
I think he had started with Black Sherrif from way back. And then one dude also joined who was made to record him.
Okay.
Because we had set up a studio. That was as part of their proposal that they needed a studio at home, his own private studio. So that was set up.
Okay. So we have seen some CCTV photos and videos. Is that the house you guys gave to him?
Yeah, that's the house.
So it was here in Accra, Toyarifa?
Yeah, sure.
I see. Okay, so now, at what point did things start getting worse as to where you've got into now?
I think when they had started.
So since 2021, August, everything was okay.
It was smooth, yeah.
Everything was okay.
We had some shows in Kumasi, and everything when it comes to Black Sherrif show, from his convoy to his fueling, everything was catered for by my boss.
By your boss. Okay. So initially, you said your boss gave them a Chevrolet Cruze.
Yeah.
And again, you said when they came to you guys finally, you started giving them individual some cars.
Yeah.
What happened to the Chevrolet first?
No, because they had brought it back, and my boss said, okay, if you are here now, living here, you can have access to these ones. But at first, I thought it was a whole crew, and
okay, they were using just
so
one
if
car.
you are bringing this back, then you will take this, then you will take this, and I ordered some cars for Black Sherrif. So he has spoken to one of his business partners.
Okay.
My boss is into construction and real estate.
How old is he?
His age, I don't really want to 2 kids.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You don't want to mention his age.
Yeah.
Is he an old man?
No, he's not old. He's,
Okay.
Middle age. He's
person.
under 40.
He's under 40.
Yeah.
Oh wow, then he's blessed.
Yeah, he's very successful.
Mm.
So that's about that. And we had started operations.
Okay.
So he had given Black Sherrif C43 Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
He said he liked it, and he said okay.
That was after the work started. After
Yeah,
signing
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
We gave him a Benz.
His personal car.
As in Black Sherrif personal
car. He
Okay.
has his own key to it. He drives it anytime he wants. He brings it back anytime he wants. He moves it anytime. That was his personal car.
And they were all living at the
Sure. And my boss had planned that we were going to.
Let me get this. Was your boss living with the wife then? When
No. Yeah.
In that house where Black Sherrif and his people were,
Yeah.
the wife was also there.
The wife wasn't there. He had moved the wife and kids to
a
another
different apartment.
Sure.
Okay,
To
perfect.
his other house, so
perfect.
that he could just make the
They should
atmosphere.
have time and have
Sure.
boys do their things.
You know,
I know, right? So you talked about Black Sherrif being given a Benz and
Yeah. He was given a C43. That was his personal car, and then he had access to Tundra.
Was it registered in his name?
That was what I was trying to chip in. My boss actually wanted to give that to him officially on his birthday, but unfortunately he had crashed the car before his birthday.
The Benz.
Yeah, he had crashed it, and
His birthday was in February, right?
Yeah. So he had crashed it before his birthday, and it's still at the fitting shop. think it was a problem with the engine breaking up. Or something.
How many cars has Black Sherrif crashed? Because already we've heard in the news that he crashed some Tundra.
Yeah, the Tundra is one car that my boss gave to him purposely for his travels. You know what I mean? Like going somewhere with his crew and they don't want to move a convoy. So that car was being driven by Fred most of the times. And Fred was the one that crashed it at Medina or something.
Were they on an assignment? Was it an official duty?
Yeah, it was an official duty.
They were going to perform? Or
It wasn't, it was his errands, it was his official errands.
Okay, Black Sherrif's official errands. So was Black Sherrif in the car when it was crashed?
No, it was Fred.
He was the only one driving?
Yeah. But, but when we gave that car to Fred because of Black Sherrif.
Yeah, I know. So Black Sherrif himself crashed the Benz?
That
one he crashed himself. What happened? Did he tell you?
He said he ran over a huge stone or something, but we didn't really look into that.
Here in Accra? Did it happen
here
in Accra?
At the time it happened, we were in Kumasi. I was there with my boss because he has some other estates he was going to check.
Okay.
So when he called, he was like, okay, just leave it where it is. I'm calling the towing people to come get it. And it was towed to the shop. And then he had to come back home because it was 2 Mercedes. He had a backup Mercedes that's C300. So he immediately came back home and moved that one to go continue with whatever he was going to do.
I see. So it means that life was very comfortable.
Very.
When Burna Boy contacted Black Sherrif, were you guys in the know?
Yeah, sure, we were. Because but when Black Sherrif actually came, he made my boss understand that. And that's the more reason why my boss even gave the whole boys the shelter and all that. That he's more comfortable working with them since
he started with them.
Yeah. And my boss understood that perfectly because, you know.
So you guys did not bring any different person to join them?
No.
It was them working.
It was them working.
The boss was just the backbencher.
Sure.
He was
and we are always at the back.
They were
sure
doing their
that
things.
they were doing their things. My boss will only go when it's something with contract deals, whatever it is.
I think I met him at Kakum Park some time ago. I met him for the first time.
He made most of the time with them, you know what I mean, but due to his work schedule and all that.
So what is wrong now? I'm sure, like you've told us, everything is looking so perfect.
Yeah, this whole
life was comfortable.
Yeah,
so what is wrong now?
This whole problem started when Fred and Madonna approached my boss that him trying to give Black Sherrif 80% because the whole contract here, my boss was only going to take 20% from whatever that comes out of Black Sherrif deal.
You mean despite the investment? He was going to take just 20%.
Yeah. And then
can I see Black Sherrif's signature on the contract?
Sure, it's confidential.
Yeah, I understand. I just want to see. Oh, okay. So booksherrif@gmail.com. That is their email.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it. No one is going to keep it though. We just want to be sure. Oh, no, don't even show. Enough of it. Yeah.
So this whole problem started as a result of Madonna and Fred approaching my boss that percentage is given to Black Sherrif is too huge and they also deserve something. Even though my boss was paying them monthly, giving them monthly allowances.
Your boss was paying them monthly allowance?
Yes.
Including taking care of them in the house?
Sure.
Wow.
Sure.
All the five
people. From food, clothing, fueling of their cars, everything.
And on top of it, every month you pay
Every
them?
month he was giving them allowances and after
including
shows.
Black Sherrif?
Yeah, Black Sherrif was taking allowances weekly. And I don't want to talk about the amount, but he was being paid every week.
He was being paid
every week. Every week he was given an amount.
I see.
And for your upkeep.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
as
for
an
your
artist,
pocket.
because he's not working.
But then whatever car he will move is fueled already. But just for something in his pocket.
I see.
So when
he said that they came to you.
So when they approached him, he said no, he cannot do that because they were insisting they give Sherrif 20% and 30% will be kept for the company and then 50% will be shared between my boss and them. And my boss was like, no, he doesn't.
Break it down again. They said they wanted what?
They wanted.
So initially the contract that was signed was 20% to your boss and 80% to Black Sherrif. Yeah. No matter how much your boss was putting in, he was just interested in 20%.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something shocking later on. So they said my boss should give Sherrif 20%.
Okay.
30% will be for the company, and 50% will be shared amongst them and my boss. And
was Black Sherrif part of that discussion? Was he aware?
My boss.
When the boys came to disclose or to propose this to your boss, Black Sherrif was not aware.
He wasn't.
He was not part of.
He wasn't part.
I see.
And then after this, an issue popped up that Fred said they will do whatever politicking they can do to get Sherrif out of the house, because my boss is now thinking about how they are going to make money from the job they are doing with Sherrif, aside my boss paying them money. So this issue popped up that we had to invite Sherrif's man from Konongo to come.
They said they would do whatever politicking,
yeah,
to get Black Sherrif out
of the house.
But
so,
he was the reason they came.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's
why were they having conflicts? Were they having conflict with Black Sherrif?
No, the only problem is my boss disagreeing with whatever proposal they have brought about the percentages. And let me check this in.
Okay.
Even though in the contract my boss was supposed to take 20% of whatever that comes, he at the point said he never took that 20%, but his decision was as part of our company's policy. He wanted to build the artist financially so that he will be robust financially and he wouldn't be intimidated by other people. I mean, if you are an artist and you are blown like Sherrif on the superstar level, and your account doesn't say much like a superstar, it will make you feel intimidated or inferior, and anybody can just approach you with any proposal. So he said for the first year he wanted to make sure his financial confidence is built. So whatever show that Black Sherrif played after August 18, every amount was deposited directly into his account after it has been paid into
the
my
company's
boss's
account.
Yeah, sure.
Was Black Sherrif aware?
He was aware, and
that the 20% was going into his account?
No, we were not taking anything. It was 100% of whatever that came, whatever proceeds.
Oh, your boss will deposit it back into his account?
Black Sherrif's personal
account.
And this was done by Farouk, the bookings manager. My boss will give him the check, and then he will go and draw from the company and then pay
into Black Sherrif's account.
Yeah.
How long did you guys do this for them?
Till he left the house.
Till he left the house. Okay, now let's still continue with the story. You said when the boys came and proposed the division of the percentages, your boss did not agree.
Yeah.
Then what happened next?
That's when we heard they said they would do the politicking that will lead to a confusion that Sherrif will break away from the house so they can go start somewhere else. So
okay. Now I get something. Yeah. So it was not as if they were taking Black Sherrif out. They were going with him.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Sure.
I get it. Initially, I thought they were taking Black Sherrif out.
No.
Okay. So they will do the politicking. So the whole contract ends. Then they go and start their own thing.
Yeah, because my boss is not agreeing to.
When was this meeting? This when was it?
I think it was about a month after we signed the.
A month after. Which this was August.
So it was
like
around
September.
September, October then.
I see.
So we had to invite Black Sherrif's mom, not his real mom. His real mom is outside, but the one that was his
outside
guardian
where?
In Greece. That's what I know. But
that's what you know. That Black Sherrif's mother is in Greece.
In Greece, yeah.
That's what he told you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we know. We were talking to her anyway. But the one that took care of him in place of the mom is Mai. She still lives in Konongo. So my boss, when he heard that, he called her like, I really want to help your son, but with these issues going around, I'm getting a little bit
disturbed.
Probably it will stop me from doing it because I don't want anything politicking around this. This is business. This is someone we are all trying to help grow and make sure that he achieves something with his talent. So she came over and that issue was resolved. That the boys came and said they're sorry for that and it wouldn't happen again.
So the woman came.
Yeah,
the Imai came.
So that
and you sat down with her and the boys, including Black Sherrif,
yeah.
and everything was resolved. Which month was this?
This was 1 month after. That was in September, October.
So the woman also came in for the resolution around the September that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So things were
started running again.
And then Madonna was more into the politicking. So this happened. They had delay had brought HD plus deal, and Sherrif had gone.
Delay brought that deal.
Yeah. Sherrif had gone to shoot an advert or something for them. And after that,
I think the advert is being shown on. I've been seeing it on YouTube.
So after that, when my boss was, this is a deal that brought in money, and you doing an advert for your first time, you should be happy about it. But he said his boys are telling him that the advert that he did is Yawa. So he didn't even want to do it. He didn't like the idea. But my boss was like, whatever deal it is, it's money and it's come already. So
who did the deal come to first? Did it come to your boss first?
It was my boss that dealt with delay.
Oh,
and
so it was your boss who brought the deal.
Yeah. So after the advert, they were supposed to.
So what I mean is like your boss brought a deal for his boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's not the only deal I'll talk about sometimes, but with after the HD adverts, delay had organized a meeting. I think she had bought airtime with the station to interview Sherrif on the HD adverts, and she had called my boss. So my boss told them that I have to go for a meeting. So you being the personal assistant and you always being with Sherrif, I want you to take Sherrif to the interview.
Which station was that?
I can't.
You can't recall. Okay.
But my boss didn't talk to Sherrif directly because he was sleeping by then. So my boss was at work, and then a call comes from the lady that your boys are still not here. I'm waiting for them. And then he calls Madonna, like, you have to go. They are waiting for. He said, okay, boss, we're going. And then later on, another call comes that why if you wouldn't show up, why are you letting your boys insult my manager? Which means Madonna had insulted Delay's manager on phone.
The one who was arranging the interview.
Yeah, he had insulted him on phone, and this Delay didn't even like it, so my boss had to talk to her and all that. And my boss was like, Madonna, you have been doing a lot. You have done a lot of things that I've overlooked. And me taking care of you, giving you a car, giving you shelter and all that, and you disrespecting me is something I cannot tolerate anymore, because you going all the way to insult Delay is not good for the brand. Because you need to build relationships when it comes to show business. You don't have to build bridges. So he said, okay, I've seen you do so many things, but with this one, I want you to stay out of the house and work from a distance. So he didn't say, I've sacked you from your duty or whatever, but just go back to your house, because you don't respect whatever I'm doing for you. Go back to your house and work from a distance with Sherrif. So that's how Madonna was made to leave the house.
So initially, Madonna was the only one who was made to leave the house.
To leave the house.
Because of the fracas that happened for the HD interview.
Yeah, so he had left and things kept running.
So he even left and still work was
left
going?
Around December. And we were still working.
And still work was going?
Yeah, we will drive to East Legon if we need to go see him, whatever it is, and then we move. So work was still going on.
Let me go back a little bit. The HD deal, was Black Sherrif aware of how much came into that deal?
Yeah, sure, he was.
Did he sign the deal too?
Yeah, he did.
He got his share of the money?
He got everything out of the money, because nobody takes nothing from Black Sherrif.
Oh, so the HD deal, every money that came out of it went to Black Sherrif, and his boys were aware.
Yeah, and they still had problem with this. And let me tell you
one. They had problem with what?
I don't know what it is.
Okay,
but I'm trying to build up something, and later you come to understand. So my boss had also talked to one of his business friends who deals in rice. I don't want to talk about the brand.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted Black Sherrif to do an advert for him for a year.
Okay.
And he was going to pay $80,000
for the advert.
Yeah, for the 1 year. My boss was pushing for $100,000 for Black Sherrif, because they were going to use his photos for billboards and all that. But when my boss told Sherrif, he said it was good, so he should go on. Then later, when things were about to get into a contract and all that, Sherrif comes back and tells us that one guy, Aubrey, his A&R from Empire and Umpe, says the rice doesn't taste good. So
the rice doesn't taste good?
Yeah. And these are facts, nothing. These are facts.
The Osprey or whatever.
Aubrey and Madonna and Fred, those around him.
So they ate the rice.
I don't know. They are going to the market. The market woman said the rice is not. It doesn't taste good, and I don't know if they are eating the rice.
So because the rice is not good, Black Sherif shouldn't do
it. It's yawa.
They should let the $80,000 go.
They let it slide. So that was putting aside. My boss was like, okay, it's not a problem. I don't want to do something that will make him feel uncomfortable, because we are mostly thinking about his mental health. Because if he's mentally okay, then that's when he can deliver and give us the good steps we need.
Yeah. I see. Let's go back to something I wanted to confirm. You said when they went to shoot the HD advert, when they came back, who was feeling sad that the advert was yawa?
Sherrif had come with complaints that the same people, Fred, Madonna, and Aubrey, were saying that he shouldn't have done it
because the advert is not good.
Yeah,
the quality of
I don't know what yawa is.
Yeah. Personally, I think I've heard some 1 or 2 complaints about that particular advert, but I'm not sure it is my business. But I've heard some 1 or 2 complaints about that advert. So Black Sherif was not happy because his people told him. I see, but the money he had taken it.
He had taken the money.
I see, and
probably that's a sad boy strategy. You know, I mean, take the money and still not pay. So.
Because they are sad. I saw an Empire contract in this year.
Yeah, this is what brought the whole.
So let's do this. So this is the business management contract.
Yeah.
You signed with Black Sherif.
Yeah.
And I see this on artist performance.
Yeah,
agreement.
this is because we heard a rumor that Madonna said he has been the manager and has always been the manager and not my boss and all that. We have seen that video and we wanted to address it. So the reason why I brought this is to show that every entity that has dealt with us came through my boss with his signature here.
So this is Afrochella.
Yeah, Afrochella, and that's my boss name.
This is Afrochella's performance.
Yeah, this is Afrochella.
So your boss is the Shadrach here.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So this is the Afrochella performance contract.
Yeah.
And this one as well.
This is also between us and some other Nonsu Eco Park.
Oh, a performance.
Yeah, performance.
They went
so
to
yeah, just to clear that, just to clarify the air. And this is my boss's signature here.
Yeah. Once again, I
As
see your
manager,
boss.
nothing like Madonna or anything. So just to and same thing here. You can see that's a signature.
This one is what is this one?
This one is Memano.
Oh, Asankra, West Indian. Oh, West Indian. Okay, you went to perform at another event.
Sure.
And once again, your boss signed.
Yeah, and this was also Some Quality Limited. That was another show in Gosu. Once again, it was my boss's signature that is here.
Okay.
So just to clear the air, the allegations that my boss.
Okay, so I've seen something here. This one says, this memorandum of agreements, invoice, blah blah blah, 24th August, blah blah blah. Road Boys Incorporation. Which people is the Road Boys Incorporation? That with an office located at Oyarifa.
Yeah.
So which people is the Road Boys Incorporation?
When Black Sherrif came, my boss had actually wanted to sign him under a label. But he said he has his own label, that is his dream, that he wants my boss to be a part of, to help him build. So my boss said, okay, no problem. If you want us to build a label for you, then I'll be down with it. So he made Black Sherrif and his mom, the directors of the company, with him just being someone who just supervised and just made the proceedings for him, just to build that up, so that Sherrif will know that, oh, at least we are all building something together.
So the Road Boys Incorporation here is Black Sherrif's company.
Yeah, Black Sherrif and my boss's company.
Black Sherrif and the boss's company. Let me get it right again. He said when Black Sherrif came, your boss wanted to sign him under his label, and Black Sherrif said no, he wants to have his own company, and your boss agreed, and the name is Road Boys.
Yeah.
He brought this name.
Yeah, that is his name. That is his whatever it is, but he wanted someone that would substantiate it by investing into it, and making sure that whatever they will need to run this is
so when you say the Road Boys, it's for him and your boss,
because that was the initial agreement that they were going to build it together. But as we speak now, Road Boys is only for Black Sherrif, because my boss has lost.
Is it registered at the Registrar General?
We were in the process, but I think it was a little bit misunderstanding that came around it. Madonna wanted his name to be as part of the directors and all that.
So Black Sherrif suggested who and who to be the directors?
His mom and him himself, and then my boss.
Oh,
My boss
okay.
said, I'm not going to be a part of it, even though I'm supporting you to build it. I'm going to just be a supervisor.
Oh, I see.
So as we speak now, the Road Boys Incorporated is Black Sherrif.
So your boss was still signing contracts in the name of Road Boys?
Yeah, some of the contracts.
Because this one, I see it is Road Boys. And this one too, let me see.
It's artist name, not Road Boys.
Oh, this is the artist name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the every other one is. And this
okay,
one,
so this
yeah,
one is
it's the
also
same.
this is the same as this. Okay, this is also Road Boys. No, this is another one. This is August, and this is November,
yeah.
and also Road Boys. And this one is also his artist name. That's the one with Afrochella.
Yeah.
It was with his artist name, and your boss signed. I see. So that was just an agreement that we still keep the Road Boys as for Black Sherrif's name, but it is owned by us.
Yeah.
With him and your
Yeah,
boss.
we're building it together.
So with this particular one, which name did Black Sherrif use to sign the business agreement contract?
That's his name, Mohammed.
Oh, this here he used his name and not the Road Boys. I see. Now I see Empire. What is this one too? What is this one?
This is what brought the whole confusion.
This particular one, the Empire Black Sherrif deal.
Yeah.
Why did it bring the confusion?
Because
Because we had a deal.
they had brought this. But let me just chip this in. Before we had met Black Sherrif, he had a 1-year contract with Empire, which expired last year, October. So he was supposed to renew it, and they brought this one.
When you signed with him on August 18th, he had a deal with Empire, which was supposed to expire in October 2021.
That was for distribution of his
songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his songs.
distribution and publication. Okay, okay. So he told you before you guys signed.
Yeah, my
Okay.
boss was aware.
Okay. Then
And-
what happened? Why
And then
did it-
after the expiration,
Mhm.
they came back that with this contract. And when my boss went through it, he said, "This is more like you committing suicide. It's not good for you. Looking at the amount they are going to give you and you signing for 15."
But-
Yeah.
I see. And can you share the details, because I'm not sure I can read before I can explain it.
Basically,
How many pages? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 page contracts. Yeah, I see it.
basically, they wanted 2 singles from Black Sherrif. That is.
So you are telling me everything that is
Yes,
here.
yeah. I'm just summarizing.
Yeah, no, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. They were gonna take second Summer remix with Burna Boy, even though it wasn't Empire that brought Burna Boy on board. And then he will release another single, and then they talk about his EP as well, and all these 3 things I'm talking about for. They said they were gonna pay him 50,000, and even with that, my boss said,
$50,000.
yeah, USDs for 15 years.
They will use these products,
For
the Burna Boy remix,
Yeah.
another song, and the EP.
For 15 years.
They're going to use it for 15 years, but they were paying him only 50,000.
Yeah. And with that, they didn't give him the 50,000. We didn't know he had signed it because my boss had declined it and said he wanted to meet Empire himself.
So he does the negotiation.
Yeah. Because this is not good for him. And he cannot let people see that under his watch he let his artist sign this. So one morning,
I'm sure 50K the boss can give him.
he was driving a 55,000 Mercedes, $55,000 Mercedes, the C43.
Yeah.
The C300 is around 45,000. So this wasn't a big issue for him.
Okay.
So one morning my boss was there and Sherrif had approached him that I'm sorry, I did go behind you to sign the Empire deal.
Which month was this? Which month did he?
This is just last month,
Okay, that's January.
January, by the ending of January.
Yeah, that was when Sherrif himself walked up to him.
To him that he had gone to sign the deal with Aubrey, the Aubrey who was supposed to be his A&R for Boomplay and Empire, and he had presented Aubrey as his manager.
Black Sherrif came to explain this to your boss.
Yeah, to my boss.
That he presented the Aubrey guy as his manager,
Yeah.
which was supposed to be done by your boss.
Yeah. To Empire. But instead of them giving him, because they said out of the 50,000, we were going to use some 20,000 for the
Promotion.
promotion, whatever. So they were going to give him 30,000. They had instead paid him 15,000.
15,000.
Yeah.
Out of the 30,000 that even he was supposed to get.
Which was not even good.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the more reason why he had come to my boss, that instead of the 30,000 he was expecting, they gave him this. And my boss was like, why would you even go behind me to do this? This breaches our contract.
So what it means that even if it had not gone bad, maybe he wouldn't have come to your boss.
Yeah.
Because it went bad, he
Yeah.
was coming to now explain to your boss
Sure.
that he's been cheated, he's been
Yeah.
given the wrong deal.
Sure. And then my boss insisted that, okay, you have done this and you are still my boy, you know what I mean? Because they had gone past boss and artist
Yeah,
level
relationship.
to-
It's not a family, yeah.
Yeah, it was a family relationship. So I see you as my kid brother, you shouldn't have done that, you have breached our contract and all that, but I want you to arrange a meeting with me and Empire so we review this. And Sherrif said no, because he had already presented Aubrey to them. And
That was when he told him he had presented,
Aubrey.
so he can't bring another person as the manager again.
So my boss really got furious because you can't do this. And if someone sees this, it will dent our consort's name or whatever it is, because we cannot watch you sign this contract.
Bad deal.
So when he was going out to work, he had told Sherrif that I'm going, but when I come back, I'm going to make sure we sort this deal out, this issue out. I mean, whatever it is. So I think Sherrif felt he hadn't seen him like that before. This is the
Why,
more
he was mad on the day, I'm sure.
yeah, because this is a breach of contract, and what you have now. Let me explain this to you. After they had given him the 15,000, they took over the second sermon remix. So the video you have seen, according to Empire, was shot $32,000.
The video we saw, in fact, I was at the exclusive premiere for media people, I was there.
It was shot at $32,000, which will be against Sherrif's name.
They'll be deducting it from him.
Sherrif's proceeds after this, whatever that comes up. And then Burna Boy's costume.
How much? $32,000.
$32,000. Burna Boy's costume was costing. He wore twice. Yeah, the first one was $8,000, and the second one was $1,200, making it $9,200. That will be deducted from Sherrif's money again. And Sherrif's costume.
Okay, so wait, the 50,000 was supposed to be like a front money.
Yeah,
and
and upfront money for the artists so that they
okay,
just,
so he was still going to earn something for the 15 years. He was still going to earn something from Empire.
after Empire has made their money, made their profits,
Oh,
whatever that comes out.
okay,
we
I
share
get it. I get it.
60-40.
I get that.
That is how
After
we
they had made their money,
Yeah,
what
because they
is
are
that?
going to take their money back from the streaming and all that.
And they were now accumulating all these costs.
All these
And
costs
all these costs will be taken
will
from.
be taken from Sherrif. This is what brought the whole
Confusion.
And my boss was like, why would even your boys around you advise you to go into this when I've told you not to? Why would Aubrey lead you all the way into this when I had told you not to? So he was really furious about it. And this breaches our contract, because if you go through the contract, my boss is the one that is supposed to handle all these things. And that is not the only thing he had done. He had also gone behind my boss's back to sign an international show booking with Afro Nation, Miles, for 5 years. So any show that was gonna come from the outside, Miles was the one that will accept it and take 20%.
He presented the Miles as the manager once again.
I don't know how he signed that deal, but how my boss found out was he had put Miles' contact on his IG, and he was like, why did you change the number or whatever contact?
Whose number was there initially?
It was Farouk.
Farouk's
the
number.
bookings
The
manager.
bookings manager. And he changed it to the Miles.
Yeah.
Who is the Miles? Who is
He works with Afro Nation.
He's Ghanaian.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
Probably, I don't know whether he's a guy.
So he changed the name, the phone number there to Miles number, so that whoever would want to do the booking.
We'll contact Miles.
And the Afro Nation booking, he had done it through Miles.
Yeah, and this they had booked I think Yam Festival.
Young Festival in London. I think I saw that
In
one.
London, and one other festival
In Portugal.
In Portugal.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah. So all this, whatever money that was paid to Sherrif, my boss doesn't even know up to now. From Miles for the Yam Festival and all that.
But did he tell your boss he had done then bookings?
No, that we found out. My boss found out that okay, this is what is going on. And he learned he was giving some 10,000 euros or something, but that is not confirmed. But
For
that's
their
why,
concerts.
yeah, that is what he learned. And that money never came to my boss like, oh, someone had does or something. But before us coming to realize he had gone to sign other contracts, any deal that my boss had brought on the table, Sherrif will understand, and when he goes out, by the time he comes back, he will be like, I don't want it anymore.
When he brings a deal, he'll talk to him. He will
understand.
agree
Yeah.
that is what is for us.
Yeah.
He comes back and Sherrif will be saying he doesn't want
Because
it.
my boys say it's Yawa.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah. Now look at this deal. Aquaba UK.
Yeah.
They wanted Sherrif for a show.
Mm-hmm.
And initially,
For this year.
yeah,
Mhm.
it was supposed to be somewhere around March or something.
Okay.
And initially,
Is it for their party in the park event or?
I think they were having another event.
Okay.
I think Independence.
Oh, okay.
something.
That I'm not sure.
Yeah, so he kept calling my boss, and my boss was like,
In fact, I was also talking to your boss for a London gig.
oh, okay.
That's story.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he had been calling my boss, and he was like, the amount you are giving my artist is not worth it. He's driving a 55,000 USD car.
He spoke with Aquaba, as in
Yeah, so Aquaba had to come to Ghana for the meeting. So he
Mhm.
flew to Ghana, and myself and my boss, we had met him at ANC.
Mhm.
And my boss negotiated £8,000
Mhm.
for Sherrif.
Mhm.
If Sherrif is going to play the show, we don't care how much you are paying your artist, whether it's $1,000, whatever, $3,000. We are not looking at that. If you can give him £8,000, then we will make him available.
Okay.
Plus his crew, 4 people from his team. And he said, okay, he's ready for that. I'll send you the contract tomorrow. And he sent the contract. Now Sherrif is supposed to sign, so my boss will sign. He says his boys again said the show is Yawa. So he won't.
What is this Yawa thing? The boys, the show at the London show, which has £8,000 already on it,
Yeah.
it's Yawa.
It's Yawa.
So he never signed it.
He never did. So it was more like my boss was.
So Aquaba really brought the contract. He was
Yeah,
ready for the
my,
4 people.
my boss was really losing his image when it comes to the industry people, because everywhere he goes, he talks to people, oh, I'll make this happen, and
It
later
turns
on,
different.
it turns like, are you not the manager of the artist or something? And this other one, there was a show that was supposed to be in New York, and I think they were paying not that much, but my boss had also pushed them, I think for 2 venues or something, for a whooping $20,000. And these people were ready to pay and sent a contract, because actually they had sent a contract last year, but because of the COVID, they couldn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that, my boss was like, okay, this is a new year, and even though we have a contract, this is what I want you to do. Because my boy doesn't really need to stress himself, he's comfortable. So if you are ready to pay what we are demanding, then we will let him come. And then they were ready to come.
Give it to the 20K.
But these same people said the show in New York is Yawa. The people who are living in Accra, they've never been to London, been to New York, but they know that all those shows are Yawa. So we came to the realization that something is wrong, because whatever my boss will bring on the table is Yawa to Sherrif and his
team.
So it means the politicking they had started earlier is still ongoing.
But when they bring something, your boss accepts and agree.
They will sign before they will.
They will even sign before they bring to your
Yeah,
boss.
that's how come they have signed the Empire deal. They have signed the deal with Mars. So,
But when your boss brings, it is Yawa.
it's
But your boss was giving.
like Sherrif or whoever it is from even after this interview, nothing. We have our bank statements to show that whatever money that hit us, the check was signed by Farouk and putting into Sherrif's account.
Without taking any
Yeah.
percentage.
Yeah. My boss wanted to make sure that his
He's
finances
okay.
is good. So he is saving at Cowbank, and he also made sure he had an account cowboy.
Cowboy.
So it wouldn't be like, oh, I took it and I'm away, something happened. It just, you taking it from the same man, deposit it to his account, bring the receipt to share.
Did your boss sponsor his Nigeria trip?
Let's come to that. My boss was ready to do it because he said the Burna Boy project is huge, so he was ready to invest into it. But then again, Aubrey had come that Empire has said they are going to take care of everything. So Sherrif came and he was like, you stop trying to put whatever it is in, because Empire, as part of the deal I signed with them, is making provisions for our traveling and hotel, whatever.
Oh, so initially your boss was ready to cater for that.
Yeah.
And they came, the Empire said
he was even ready to cater for the whole video shoot. You know what I mean? Because Burna Boy is already making waves in Nigeria. And if we should bring him to Ghana and even take him down to Konongo, it's going to make another
impact. So your boss wanted Burna Boy to even come down to Ghana?
He was giving it a thought. Like, okay, I'll fly him
Burna
here.
in, yeah.
And then we all go to your hometown.
We do it there.
Then your people will also be proud. You put your hometown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Aubrey came in like, Empire is going to take everything. So I think the first trip that they were going, it was a media tour. And at the same time, we had a show in Ghana, Wilderland. I don't know if...
Yeah, Wilderland, I was there.
So my boss said, I'll have to drive Sherrif all the way to the show. By the time I come back, your flight will be 6. So you, Madonna, and Aubrey should go. Because I know you are going to represent me, and this is more like a media tour. It's not anything that is... So they went and came back. And I think it was some other one.
Oh, so they went there after the Wilderland show?
Yeah.
That was December?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They went to Nigeria for a media tour. Then that was very quiet because we didn't see much of that.
So when they came back, it was about time to go and shoot the Burna Boy
video.
And then my boss said, okay, since Empire will be coming to Nigeria, I want to be there myself to meet them.
Yeah.
So we can review the contract because I can't watch you do this, even though you made a mistake. People can always put people under duress to sign contracts that they are not aware of. And this is a 2019-year-old boy we're talking about. I don't think that sat well with Sherrif and Aubrey. So
has your boss met Aubrey yet?
Yeah. We know Aubrey. He's been coming, but we knew him as someone who works with Boom Play and is an A&R.
Oh, okay. So you thought he was just doing plugs for you? But he was signing deals
for my artists, and the truth is, Aubrey saw Sherrif as a bait. Now, if I should give him to Empire, you can't tell me that Aubrey will let someone sign this deal without Empire paying nothing.
Yeah, of course.
So basically, from what we assessed, we think Aubrey was more interested in what the cut he will get. But Sherrif wasn't aware of that.
I see. So the Empire deal is signed already?
It's signed already. The damage.
So now they are in charge of the Burna Boy remix. Yeah. They are now the distributors and the publishers.
Because they have shot the video for, they are saying $32,000. Burna Boy's costume, $9,200. But Sherrif's costume was brought from Ghana. You know what I mean? My boss was like, if you are giving Burna Boy $8,000 costume, what about Black Sherrif? And Aubrey was like, oh, Empire said with Sherrif we can let his Ghanaian designer do it for him. And that was less than $100.
I see. So at the moment, we hear Black Sherrif is out of your house.
Yeah.
He signed, he and his boys. Have they signed out officially?
Let me clear this. It's not all of his boys. My boss sacked Fred because Fred was causing a lot of confusion, and an issue had popped up that Sherrif's mom had called, that Fred called us that my boss doesn't know anything about what they are doing, he doesn't support them in any way, blah blah blah.
Fred called Sherrif's mom?
Yeah.
The one in Ghana?
Yeah. And the mom knows what my boss has been doing. So when the call was ongoing, there was someone also around that made us aware that, okay, this is what is going on. The mom had also called my boss to let him know that whatever that he has heard concerning that issue. But my boss saw it like, I've been doing a lot for you, Fred. So you can't just be doing the same thing causing confusion. It's a lot he had done already with relationships. He would be, shh, this one said this one. So my boss said, okay, Fred, you will also have to go and work from a distance. That is when Sherrif
moved out.
Yeah,
with
with
them.
them. Because
So Fred was given the order to leave just some
the day I think this issue that popped up happened 3 weeks ago. Sherrif left the house 3 weeks ago. But my boss was like, okay, let's leave him to think. Let's leave him to do whatever.
Maybe he'll regret it.
We still have contact and contract with him, and we don't need to put this out there. But what triggered the whole hula baloo you are hearing is Black Sherrif was on TV3, and the host of the program had asked, and you can watch the interview.
Just last Saturday.
That who is investing in you? Who is your?
I think I was.
You were there.
Yeah, I know.
Who is investing in you? And to our dismay, he was like my mom, my dad, my big cousin, and he mentioned some other dude's name because when he left our house, he called on him and the dude had given him an apartment, Rich King. So it was my boss was
Rich King.
Yeah, my boss was at site, and calls kept coming from his family because his mom, sisters, everybody knows what is going on. There was a lot of headache that because a lot of calls even came to me from the family, his mom, his sister, because his sister is also a part of our consult.
Who is sister? Your boss's sister?
Yeah, my boss's sister.
And
She
they were
lives-
all watching the program?
Yeah, she lives in the UK.
Okay.
So most of the time, whatever we do, videos, whatever we send it to her to also promote it there. We made her like our representative
in the UK.
So in case our artist or anything, then she will be in charge, making sure all that. And even with the Aquaba UK show, because they have complained that whatever the venue wasn't good, she was the one that was made to go check it out and all that. She said it's good. It was even if the American artists come, this is the same
That's where
place
they perform.
Yeah. So that was what triggered the whole hula baloo that hit the media, because this thing, Black Sherrif leaving the house without our consent and all that had happened 3 weeks earlier.
So he left the house without your boss's knowledge?
Yeah.
Your boss came from work and they were
Because
gone.
after he had left with Fred, the next morning his brother had brought him to speak with my boss. And my boss was like, okay, we are talking, but I have to go and pick my son from school. And we moved from the house to go get the boy. By the time we came back, Sherrif was not there. And he never called my boss.
He packed all his belongings?
He packed all his belongings and left. So he said he doesn't want to tackle him or anything, but he was giving him some time to think. And if he doesn't come up with something, then we just proceed with our legal, whatever it is, and just settle the matter peacefully.
See.
So, him going on TV3 and the lady specifying on who is your investor, and he mentioned some other name without my boss, then he really meant moving out. He really
So
meant.
the names he mentioned, your boss was not mentioned?
So his sister got very furious.
Whose sister?
My
Your
boss's
boss's sister.
yeah.
Okay.
He got very furious. Like, this shouldn't happen. This is ungratefulness to his peak, because you are investing your money. You are buying this dude shoes, clothing every now and then, because we had one representative in America that was in charge of Sherrif's clothing. So he would just see a shoe released today, and he would just send it to my boss. Oh, I want this shoe. We send it to him, and the next week the shoe is at FedEx. He will pick it up. So all these investments, and if you come out and with all your songs you are recording, you had opened up a studio, you are paying engineers, you know what I mean? We own all your masters. So if you should come out like this, she got very pissed. And my boss was at that time at site. She said I should handle everything. So she had gotten in touch with DJ Slim, because DJ Slim is aware of whatever my boss is doing for you, especially when we are in Kumasi. And
So it was your boss's sister who relayed the information to
yeah.
DJ Slim?
Yeah, because it happened, he had left 3 weeks, and nobody had talked to any media person. Nobody had come to say Black Sherrif this. Because my boss believed that, okay, people get stressed out sometimes,
Yeah,
so I'm
sometimes,
giving him time to just cool down, and whatever it is, we take it from there. But when that TV3 thing hit, then he realized, okay, this is what you really have done, and you don't even appreciate what I've done for you. So that is what brought about the whole hula baloo, because his sister, as I said, is a part of us, our consultant. If we are going on trip, whatever video we send it to him, you know what I mean? So she had all the videos. And DJ Slim, knowing exactly what my boss has been doing for him, was very pissed off. So after he had done the program, that was when he had come in touch with my boss that I've been calling you all day, answering.
When he finished with the TV3 program,
Yeah.
then he called your boss.
No, I'm talking about DJ Slim.
Oh,
after
okay.
the TV3 program, it was my boss's sister that took over.
Okay. So after DJ Slim's program.
Yeah, then he got in touch with my boss that I did it already because I know what you have been doing.
Okay, so your boss was not even like he wasn't in favor of what DJ Slim was going to do. He didn't like that.
He didn't want anything. He, just like I said, he's more of a private person.
Yeah.
So he wished things, but if you have a sister, this happens. You know how
women, especially when she has also committed herself into the business, she'll feel some way.
Yeah.
I see. Now,
but let me chip this in.
Okay.
My boss did not sack all the boys. As I said, he had the booking manager Farouk, and he had Sahine. They were still in the house.
So Sahine and Farouk, they were there.
They were still there.
In Black Sherrif
to leave.
So it was only Fred and Madonna who were asked to leave because of the constant confusion.
That dude that came later, that was supposed to be recording. Instead of him recording Black Sherrif.
Is that Sammy?
No, not Sammy.
Because later I also heard you guys.
Okay, let me just disprove that. Out of that video, I think the presenter said my boss was the one that brought in Sammy.
Yeah.
But that is not true. Sammy has been with Sherrif since when they had started their own thing.
Okay.
But we invited him to the house because we had a private studio for Sherrif, and everything he was recording and all that cannot go free because he's under management. So my boss was just
taking care of him,
but
for his services.
For his services.
But
it wasn't like we
brought
are the one
in.
that brought him in. I just want to rectify that.
Okay.
And there's one other thing I want to rectify. That is about the live band. Those dudes that play the live band are Sherrif's friends from their way back.
Okay.
But my boss was just paying for their services as well. So it wasn't like
your boss brought them.
Yeah. Just
so those were Sherrif's boys. But anytime they played, because he was on the management, your boss was taking
you
care of
can't
them.
just watch people come and play live band.
Was your boss satisfied with the video from Nigeria? Did he like it?
The Burna Boy.
Yeah, the remix video. Did he like it?
Looking at the budget, he was a little bit sketchy about it.
Okay.
Because if this is a $32,000 video, then
what he saw was not.
You know what I mean? We were trying to see a lot.
Oh, okay. Yes. So he wasn't happy with it.
He wasn't happy with it.
Okay. Now, finally, anytime someone signs a deal, there is something they call the buyout clause. So now that Black Sherrif wants to go, what is the exit clause like? What does he have to do?
When you look at the last part of it says remedies. So you have to notify our boss 30 days before.
Can I read it?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. The remedy says, this agreement shall be governed by the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and any controversy or claim arising out of or in relation to this agreement, including the validity, construction, or performance of this agreement. With respect to any breach which is capable of cure, not to include the failure to provide services at a given place during a given time period, neither party shall be in breach of this agreement unless the party fails to cure any breach within 30 days of receipt of written notice of the breach. A waiver of any breach shall not waive a prior or subsequent breach. All notices, accountings, and payment from either party must be in writing and delivered either personally by certified mail or email as follows.
So this never came before he signed the MPI. So he had breached this already. Sherrif has breached the contract already. So even if he should bring a letter to terminate it, he has already breached it. And I think at this point, we have our legal team looking into things. We have about 4 lawyers looking into it. And because my boss is a corporate man.
So I hear.
So
your boss wants his lawyers to take over the case now?
Because we can't just build our company and have that reputation with us. We have to make sure that any, because we are not going to stop with helping talents. We are still going to push artists. We are still going to bring more artists, and we have so many artists that we are watching, so many talents that we are working to bring them out. Yeah, we have one boy, Kojo Ray from Owas, whom we are still working with, and you know what I mean. So we just want to make sure that the industry will get a barricade for investors, like you know what I mean. This is a precedence that there was a time one artist tried to be sneaky around his own contract, and the boss sought for the court, the legal means to end that. And if this is done, then
you know your boss very well. What do you think if Black Sherrif does will let him rescind this legal decision?
Knowing my boss, I know he was passionate about Black Sherrif, and even with this news going out, he doesn't even like it because he doesn't want anything negative about Sherrif. He doesn't really like it. But you know, people can err, and if you see the right channel and you apply wisdom, you can always touch a king's heart. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah. So I think Sherrif need the right people around him right now to make the right decisions.
If he comes back that he's sorry for everything that happened, he wants to now work with this, will your boss take him back?
That one will be his personal decision, and I can't say for now. But from what I know, the legal proceedings has begun, and very soon notifications will be coming for court dates and all that. That's what I can say for now.
I see. This is another familiar LGD Brown issue.
Yeah, and the more reason why my boss want to fight this in court is to end the way foreign investors treat our artists.
Are exploiting the
yes,
artists.
because they are really exploiting them. Look at 100% pure talent like Black Sherrif, and you giving him this suicidal contract and making sure that you have someone in Ghana who can persuade him to sign. That is Aubrey. So the whole thing is like a system that has been created to make these our talents lose whatever they are supposed to get. So by the time they are old, they will be coming on TV. Oh, we don't have money. So we want to set a precedence in Ghana to also protect our artists or our talents from foreign exploits.
This is very deep.
Yeah, this is.
I like this part of the conversation.
Yeah, this is what we are really trying to do now. That's why we are working with our lawyers and making sure that we have the best of lawyers, so we can take Empire on. So we can set the record straight that if you are a foreign investor and you think our artist is good, you have to make sure you put in good money, good deal. Don't just put them under duress and then just let them sign anything that will benefit you. Now let's ask ourselves, this is a dude that has not even released an album yet. Now he owes Empire K, he owes them 32,000 for a video shoot, he owes them 9,200 for someone's clothing he wore.
That black Shada, the Ghana boy wore $9,000.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy, man. Oh, Black Sherrif. But he's my boy.
Yeah, and this is rumor. It's a rumor.
Yeah,
my boss has not confirmed it yet. That no, the Burna Boy one is confirmed. We have evidence to show that.
Oh, that one is confirmed?
Yeah. We have evidence.
So which one is the rumor?
I'm coming to tell you something that he has signed a publishing deal with Burna Boy's mom. For another 5 years. That's when he had gone to Nigeria. Yeah, but my boss wants us to treat it as a rumor because he has not seen the document yet.
But how did your boss hear that he signed a 5-year deal with Burna Boy's mom?
Yeah, he got connects too. Even when they were in Nigeria.
But has your boss asked Black Sherrif? Has he asked?
Yeah, I think he did. But
what did Black Sherrif say?
I think he confirmed. But because my boss has not seen
the contract, he still wants to treat it as a rumor.
So that's to just chip in. So it's with Afro Nation, with Empire, and then with Burna Boy's mom.
I see. So now that this is still valid, all the contracts or deals that Black Sherrif has signed, are you guys going to allow him to perform them, or you guys are going to put an embargo?
That will be from our lawyers. That's why we have chosen the 4 best lawyers, 2 international lawyers and 2 down here.
Black Sherrif is too a small boy for
We
you.
are not targeting Sherrif. We are targeting the people that took advantage of him.
Oh,
That is our.
So even in your boss's anger, he still wants to protect Black Sherrif.
Yes, and protect the Ghana music because he has a lot of love for the Ghana music industry, and he really wants to make sure that our artists will be in the level with the Nigerians and all those artists when it comes to the global stage.
I see. Okay. Do you have something to say again before we wrap up?
What I will say is, no matter what has happened, when Chavez Consult is here to help talents in Ghana, and we are still going to bring out more talents.
The boss is not discouraged?
He's not discouraged. He's a businessman, even though he might feel some way, he knows the risk he took.
So he wants to do it again?
Yeah, he wants to do it again and again and again. But we want to make sure that our artists are not exploited like Empire did.
What is the worth of your boss?
I can't really. But he's into estate development.
Okay.
He's into supplies of communication cables. That's a lot. He's very resourceful.
May God bless him for seeing the need to support a Kenyan talent. We pray that this does not discourage more investors to do what they want to do to support some talent. And we also pray that at this stage, Team Black Sherrif, like I said, he's still my boy. I love him to bits. I still would advise that from everything I've heard from the boss, he might not be the wicked boss. Just go back. Gather your people. The people you think will support you, let them go with you. Call some family people. Maybe go and talk to the boss. I still think there is a solution out. Nothing is spoiled. We have all been there before. Sometimes we err. If you only agree and admit that I erred, someone is willing to forgive you. My name is Sammy Flex. Kwaku Crystal, thank you so much. I think you are one of the best PAs. Very well explained, and we have also enjoyed the conversation. Maybe at the right time, if Black Sherrif and his team would also want to explain their side of the story, why not? We are available. They say when you lead to the courtroom, it doesn't mean you are a victim out of the case. So if they would also want to explain their side of the story, Sammy Flex and my team, we are ready to do this. Until then, be good and don't hurt anybody in this life. We are out of here.